bonjour, Booni, Ni Hao, Assalamu alaikum, Chin Tao, Hola. I'm missing something. Hello, welcome to Yeah, I Said It, and my name is Kaya. Today I am here to come with a solution. Everybody keeps saying, oh, yeah, well, what are we supposed to do about this? And what are we supposed to do about that? And I'm here and I'm going to share it. And you either take it or you don't. And I wrote down what the ancestors, my ancestors, the universe, okay, because it was just my ancestors, that told me what to write. So grab your drink, whatever you need. Dang, I should have got my olive and cheese. Anyway, this video gonna be a little long, but I'm trying to make it as fast as possible because I'm a little exhausted and I am hungry. So I have some fish. I don't feel like making a potato salad, but anyway, I'll think of something to make with that. But in the meanwhile, I'll meet you back here. Alright. All right. We are back. I hope you are back as well. Ooh, on 112. Ooh, that's that. I'm obsessed with taking pictures of times and dates. It's just something just be telling me to do it. So I have to do it, right? It's not hurting anybody, is it? All right, so I am here. I was going to show the clip. I was trying to do the PowerPoint. I don't know why it wasn't working. But I have to figure out something. But in the meanwhile, yeah. Okay, I'm in here. I'm in the spot. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So these are from my notes. Okay. Alright, so this is the solution to family trauma. Okay, I gotta make sure I can hear you. Can I hear you? Testing. I don't know if I can hear you. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I don't sound a little funny, like muffled. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I don't sound a little funny, like muffled. All right. That sounds good to me. All right. So the first solution is, I know it's going to make a lot of you uncomfortable, but it starts home. All of this, all of these children out here, adults out here acting like this and acting like that, it starts at home. And a lot of times people don't raise their children. They let the other siblings, the older siblings, or school, and that's not a good thing if the teacher don't like your child. you know, that's not a good thing. Oh, university students, right? Oh, okay. Whatever that means, but all right. Set. All right. Like, spray more. Sorry, y'all. I'm just doing Universe, tell me. Okay, so yeah, it starts at home. So you know, we have to start telling on the evil family doers, whether you want to look at it like that or not. And I know a lot of people would say, "Oh, well, you know, that's that's snitching." But I'm here to tell you, just know you're not a snitch for telling on family to other family members. You know, I feel like what makes it snitching is when it leaves outside the family, meaning, they telling their best friend or somebody that's close to them. I learned growing up, don't trust people that say, "Can I tell you a secret?" Because how the fuck is it a secret when you're telling me somebody else's fucking business? Like, what secret is that? But what I learned and what the universe shared with me is everybody has somebody that they trust. That's how the word of mouth gets out. That's how things get out faster than a phone, you know, or social media, word of mouth. For real. For real. Let's be real here. And a lot of times the people in jail find out before the people in the street, because the people talking to them on the phone thinking that they don't know nobody, not knowing that they up in there running their mouth too. I mean, it's just crazy how people operate, yo. It's just so crazy. So, I from there I say, you know what? I need to just be an open book. It's no secret. It's you can't sit there, you can't humiliate me, you can't do any of that because I'm an open book. Is out there. And I was told don't do anything that you're going to be humiliated about if you was to get caught. Anyway, moving along. So, it doesn't make you a snitch at all. Okay. It's when it gets outside the family, when you got family members running their mouth to people that they have no fucking business talking to at all. And um, don't ever let that word snitch intimidate you, because the evil family member doer is, you know, is a sick individual, manipulator, and all those other evil things that come along with it. So they're going to make you think that, oh, it ain't good to snitch. You don't want to be no snitch, because we was raised not to tell on each other. Well, bitch, well, how the fuck you just sit there and tell us not to snitch on each other, and then you just ask me who the fuck just did something? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, no, don't, no. You have to be very specific when you're talking to children. But, you know, we had common sense because it was beat into us. If we ever lacked anywhere, she ain't have a problem laying hands, okay? And we took some ass whippings for each other, not snitching on each other, because she said don't tell. So, don't be out there, so what the hell? It got to the point where, man, I got older, I started being an open book. I ain't got time for nobody's secrets. I don't even have any. I don't want to hear your secret. No, because it's not. Once you tell me, it's no longer a fucking secret. I mean, it's probably not before you even said something to me. You probably told somebody else. You just get some people that just talk all day long, talking about other people and things like that. Some good, some bad. Like, God damn, get a phone on a break. It's grown ass people around my age, older than me, and every time I see them, they're on the phone. I'm never really on my phone, yo. I'm just like looking at everybody like, It's crazy. First of all, I don't want to be on my phone all like that out in public. Like it's not and okay. You look, I look down a couple of times, but to like always looking down at it and not paying attention to anything. People be walking across the street. I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing? Stop looking at your phone while you're crossing the street. I be saying this to little children. Y'all welcome, parents. You know, your child ever walk past my damn car, and they was on that damn phone. I best believe I hollered out my damn window saying something to their little asses. You know, and they be looking and hurrying up, trying to get across the street. You know, and but yeah, don't let that word snitch intimidate you. You know, mm-mm. Certain shit you just gotta tell. Shit like that, nah. Because whether you look at it or not, it will affect you in some sort of way. You know, it will affect you. And when something affects you, you begin to what act out, or it'll be some type of behavior situation going on. You know, maybe some are minor than others. You know, some are more severe. You know, but it will affect you, and then it affects other people. You know, because now you're acting like this and you're acting like that. If you would have never known that or found that out, you wouldn't be acting like that. You know, if you get it, if you follow me. But yeah. So, like I said, don't don't let that evil family member doer or the friend of the family or the in-law. Okay, they in this too, because they're part of the family too. And if they're and if there's them two, you definitely need to be saying something because that shit no. Even though no, all of it is bad, 'cause, you know, family members don't have no business touching you sexually. But as far as burning up cats and killing animals and things like that, these are problems. And you have some motherfuckers who have mental problems that are very good at hiding it. You would never know until the anger comes out. But by not being any documentations of this individual being, mentally, triggered, I wouldn't say disabled, because we all disabled. Let's be the fuck real here. Every motherfucking last one of us. All right. So, you know, you have those who are very good at hiding it. So y'all gotta pay attention. I think that's what got me so obsessed with uh studying evil people. I don't know why. I don't know where the fuck it came from. It's just I just watch. I'm like, oh, I just watch the motherfucker. How the fucking animal fucking children fucking whatever kind of fuckers they are. All right, But anyway, moving along. Just know it's one of the biggest tricks of the worthless spirit. So tell snitching is good. If they touching your body, snitching is good. I'm gonna say it again. Snitching is good. And what you do is you find one of your family members who you know love you and will move for you. That's who you want to go to. Now, if it's your if this individual uh is close to uh the evildoer, then you want to go to somebody else, like, oh, this is my favorite auntie or my favorite cousin, or you know that or that friend of the family, and make sure they really love you, because they can probably try to talk you into not saying anything because they know what's going on. See, it get difficult because, put it like this, if they try to stop you from telling you not to say anything, just don't worry about it, I handle it, and you don't see anything getting done, then 9 out of 10, not 10 out of 10, okay? 10 out of 9 and a half, okay? 10 out of 9 and a half. That person, that evildoer got dirt on that person too. Because a lot of times people don't like to fall by themselves, especially when it comes to being humiliated for something so down and dirty and nasty. You feel me? So they want to say, well, I don't know what you talking about, Shay Shay, because you was sitting there and you was burning at the cat tail, just putting them out there, you know. But parents, people, aunts, uncles, cousins, sisters, brothers, stay focused. Deal with that one later, but right now don't let them take your attention off of the motherfuckers right now that's being confronted right now at the time. If you can do it both and both, which I can hear it right now. That's too much screaming. That's not good. That right there is good. So just handle that situation first. Or what's more crucial? How about that? You know, the cattail. I mean, no offense. I wouldn't do it, and I'm not condoning it. But if it comes to being molested, a rape case, and a fucking burning a cat tail, fuck that cat. we're gonna address this motherfucker right here. So that's what I mean. If the metaphor worked. Okay. But yeah, be careful who you go to, especially if they're married or whatever. You might wanna, that's if you don't have a good relationship with your parents, you know, and document things. Start documenting things. Like, okay, you might be like, all right, I'm a little nervous, so I ain't gonna say nothing yet, but they got one more time, and they're gonna try you. So you just gonna wait for that one more time. So in between that, you can talk about the little things that they're doing. Oh, I seen them looking at me, or I seen them licking their lips, and write a little journal. Write the dates on there, the times if you can, what the fuck they had on, what you was wearing, right? Get into detail. You know, that helps because these are the questions that people are going to ask. I'm like, shit, I didn't know I had to keep track of the fucking time and the date and this and all that. What matters is this shit, this happened, so you won't have to be so frustrated and feel like nobody's on your side, because when you're addressing certain things, you really got to make sure, you know, so especially when it comes to molestation. So just know you have to say something, no matter what. You got to say something. Okay. All right, moving along. Even if you have to blurt it out in front of everybody, like maybe you just don't trust nobody. Just say it in front of everybody. Like, yo, when I go around a family, yo, they getting secrets like a motherfucker. I went over my cousin house, and I was driving. I was just, I was around the holidays, and I was back in Philly, and I just wanted, she was loving me. She wanted me to help her, try to walk again because she paralyzed on one side. She just wanted me to help her get a different nurse, like, she's coherent mentally, and on one side of her body, but the other half, but she can't move. She can't do anything. She needs help. And I exposed her brother, fucking her man. Like, what kind of sick ass shit is this? Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I didn't see them having sex, but I seen her brother sitting there at the edge of the fucking chair by the door playing love songs with a fucking drink with the lights out on some romantic shit, waiting for her man to come home, clean the kitchen and this and all that. And, like, what the fuck, yo? And they got nerve. So I'm outside talking shit because they wouldn't let me in the house to see her, which is her house. It's neither one of their house. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she gave me this bonnet, so I told her I would wear it and think about her and stuff like that. So I had wore it over there and everything, like it was crazy. And my family looked at me like I was the fucking troublemaker. But y'all all know something not right. You might not believe that them two licking each other dick, and that's fine, you know. That's fine. But I know what the fuck I seen. And we're not gonna act like she done told the whole family she don't want this man. So why the fuck hasn't anybody done anything? Because she paralyzed? And I keep praying to God that she get her moving back. See, they know I'm trying to help her walk. They know I'm trying to help her get better. You feel me? They don't want me around because they want to do what the fuck they doing and playing the parts that they playing in to cover this and cover that. You feel me? So why would you want to let the person that's trying to help her when everybody being malicious and shady, you know? Like it's just fucking crazy, yo. It's ridiculous. Even when I was picking her, she was even like, "Oh, I want." When I was over there, she was like, "I want Kaya to help me." And she was just like, "Fuck y'all." She even started drinking wine with me. Okay, like fuck the medication. I didn't think about it till after the fact. But she grown, and we got drinkers in my family, and she knows her limit. But we were drunk. We drunk that whole fucking bottle. Okay, I put that wine over there. That shit was gone. Okay, she wanted more after that shit was gone. I was mad. I ain't had no more for her, you know. But yeah, that was crazy. So, uh, you just gotta work together as a family, man. Like this is crazy. Family members waiting for you to die off because they want your shit, jealous and all of that. We gotta start talking, y'all. We gotta start saying shit because it starts at home. Because you know when nobody say nothing, these behaviors towards family members end up, you know, transferring over to how they treat their friends. So they, safe the word friend. You've been tuning into me. You already know my mother don't believe in the word friend. But acquaintance. You know, make sure you have an scapegoat just in case your family turn on you because they might just turn on you. And the only way that they're going to turn on you is if somebody or most of them, I know, saying, wait a minute, I know you're saying, why will they turn on me? Yeah, why would they turn on you? I'm about to tell you why. I'm gonna let this thing come up. Um, Most of them experience the same thing and figure it's best to stay silent because he or she feels they turned out fine. They okay. They turned out okay. That's what the spirit said. Say I had to say the word exactly. Sorry, but turn out okay. So they figure, shit, I'm fine. He or she'll be the fuck okay too. But no, they're not. And no, they won't be. No, that's not. No, 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 no. It's not. Before my brother passed away when he was younger, he used to try to molest. Like he was just so sexually active. He tried to molest me. You know, and he younger than me, and my little cousin, and God knows who. Oh, and he he raped my little well brother cousin. We adopted him, but yeah, he was raping him. You know, like I didn't know until after God showed me, you know, what was going on. It was like I was there. Like it was disturbing, you know, and that's crazy, you know. And he started it off by making him lick his dick first. It's we got sick people out here, yo. But I tell you one thing, if he was living, it would have been a different story because I remember my little sister coming to me telling me that my little cousin tried, to molest her. And I snapped. I flipped. What? I was in that motherfucker FaceTime. Man, I didn't even want to look at his little nasty ass face. But I sure enough, I cursed his ass the fuck out. His wife even called me. I don't want to hear that shit, ho. Bitch, fuck you. Like I was so mad. I said, you know what, God gonna take care of your motherfucking ass. You gonna reap that shit. And lo and behold, that nigga end up getting sick, looking all fat and fucked up and shit. I think he getting better. I don't know. I catfish my family and make sure they straight. But all that trying to, talk to me and get close to me and in my space, nah, I'm good. I ain't fucking with them. They had their little turn. They showed me what they was about, and I'm cool. You feel me? Keep it moving. You know, I don't give a fuck if they said they ain't got shot in my face. I wouldn't give a fuck. But anyway, moving along. Not all my family members, okay, but most of them. That so anyway, I ain't giving it that energy. Most victims are angry, scared, or feel they will be called troublemakers. Look, you're not a troublemaker, and it's okay to be scared, and it's okay to be angry, but you gotta say something because that anger gonna turn into something. I turned into a beast on the low. Like my mother is real laid back. So is my brother. He just worried about the bitches and his liquor and his business. That's it. And his family, but he lives a double life. A couple of them. This is some funny shit. Like, but I blame myself because I used to tease him. He used to always be with one girl for a long time. I used to call him a fucking nerd and shit. And they like, oh, my sister, 'cause my nickname is Dominique, my nickname. But they call me Dom for short because, I was always, wearing that shit, cute little Barbie outfits and see-through shit. And oh my God, what? And everybody want to be Barbie, but I'm glad I had my time and my run in. But anyway, so, I was just walking around being a human Barbie doll. But yeah, so I felt bad getting older. I thought about it years ago, like, damn, that's my fault. This nigga got all these kids all over the fucking place. Like, this nigga I stopped counting at the fucking like 18, 20 something. I mean, them niggas got a lot of babies. But that's men in my family, period. You know, we just got some very sexually active people in my family. You feel me? And people just can't resist us. And we be on the low because the women, we don't wear makeup like that. We just don't. I do. They, sometimes, nah, not like that. But we don't, for the most part, we're plain. Like, when it comes to that, putting all that back juice and stuff like that on the makeup. Bad enough they put it in the Doritos. But anyway, moving along. But, you know, the one that's angry end up being a dangerous one. You know, just know you're not a troublemaker though. But that angry one, I was that angry one. And when I say, man, I just want to fuck people up. Like, who the fuck you talking to? Like, it was crazy, yo. But it's okay. It's okay to be angry. But if you being silent, pray for a voice and strength to speak up because you're gonna need it. Because you gotta say something. Your family gonna turn against you because some of y'all will have family members like that. You get some people that, oh girl, if I don't let him touch you, then they ain't gonna say it to you, and he ain't gonna be able to help us no more. You know what I'm saying? And this is your fucking uncle, you know, or your cousin, and she's sneaking around with her own fucking cousin. Like, motherfuckers, and that cousin always staying the night, and she's so comfortable walking around. Like, I don't play that shit. Like, you grown, you ain't no fucking kid. I don't give a fuck if we cousins or not, bitch. I ain't got no motherfucking business seeing you in your underclothes at all. I ain't got no business seeing you in your drawers, bitch. I don't want to see that shit. The fuck out of here with that shit. I don't like shit like that. And the nigga ain't got no business seeing me like that. Not even in the fucking towel. That's why when my cousin come in town, no, fuck that. I put my robe on. Ain't no walk around, ain't no fucking towel for what? He's a grown ass fucking man. We're not doing that. Nope. You don't know where people mindsets can be or how they feel. Some people are fucking molest you and rape you because they hate you or your mother or your father. Ain't no because they want you, but just to hurt your parents. And they wanna sneak and do it because they got coward. Of course, because they targeting you and not the fucking person they really mad at. And I've seen a lot of people do some malicious shit to children as I was a child growing up. I even experienced it, you know, seeing people mistreat us because they was mad at my mom or scared of my mother instead of dealing with her, you know. When a family victim is angry and she becomes dangerous, that's not a good thing. I keep saying that. Being evil to family, starting trouble amongst the others, family members, like this the one that's angry can start up some trouble. You feel me? Start flirting with say she being molested by her uncle. She'll do little flirtatious shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the aunt looking at her like, oh no, that's why sometimes they be like, no, you just a fresh ass. No, she was acting like that, trying to, that was her cry out to let you know, to say something, to bring it up, but you didn't. Instead, you just accused her of being a fresh ass, instead of just saying, is he molesting you or touching you? Because, you know, I still feel some type of way when I called the pedophilia victim. You know, I'm sitting here telling you about your fucking daughter being molested. You bitch, you seen the fucking shit in your face. You seen that fucking hoe do that shit. So we all looked at each other. So you already knew she was doing inappropriate shit. You feel me? But that's okay because she's going to expose herself. I told you. Because that liquor, she going to be like, shit, she going to wait for that shit to blow off. And then she going to get fucked up one day. And she going to do that shit again. You feel me? And it's going to be more. It's going to be on another level because she like shit. I did that, and she ain't say nothing. So maybe I'm gonna touch her a couple of more times. Cause I mean, every time the little girl walked by, she was touching that girl ass, and I'm like, why ain't nobody saying that? Why the fuck is she keep touching this girl? Why she keep touching this little girl? I just couldn't understand it. And then I said, oh well, maybe I'm tripping, you know. And I just couldn't take it no more, so I confronted her. You know, so I said something. I'm glad I did. Because in the end of the day, that mother gonna pay for it. And that's crazy because that nigga, even though you got a baby by that nigga, he not her daddy. And he like shit, she ain't believe shit. So he probably plotting in his mind. And I hope that's not the case, but I'm just saying, some niggas will do that. Like shit, she ain't saying nothing about this bitch touching me. So shit, I could touch the little young girl. You feel me? And don't think that these pedophilias won't eat your children's pussy or suck their dick because they will. Sorry to say it, but yes. But just know it's not gonna feel good. They're not even gonna know what the fuck they was feeling. Because I was young. And and this wasn't being raped. This was just being with a guy. You know, he was shit, I was like 17 fucking a nigga. I'm fucking a nigga that work at a bank. But I when he did that, it was and then kept forcing after I, released it to this day it bothers me. It's like a turn off. I'm not like I'm a giver. I'm not a receiver like that. I mean I receive once in a blue, but not it's not really a big deal for me. You know what I mean? But what turns me on is, giving. But I'm a giver. What the fuck? But I'm just saying, sorry to sound so lewd. I tried to say it as clean as I possibly could. But I like to use lively metaphors, experiences to relate to my stories. I don't want to just be talking just to be fucking talking. No, I experienced this shit. I seen it. I felt it. Witnessed it. All that shit. You feel me? On some sort of level. You know. So yeah. Um, wouldn't be a troublemaker. Sorry, my mouth was dry, y'all. Okay, so even going as far as knowing another family member is being touched or seen him or her killing animals, abusing the children, etc. So, back to the troublemaker though. But this troublemaker can be starting some trouble. Like this angry one. It's not troublemaker, but the angry one. That would make her a troublemaker. But speaking up and you're innocent, no. That's not being a troublemaker. So she'll start trouble with other family members, you know, or start being jealous, you know, because damn, this bitch is happy and she ain't nobody molest her or nothing. Here I am, took my innocence taken away, and I can't be happy. I don't know how to be happy. Like it's crazy, yo. The battle within a person. And it's so fucking easy to give up. And I was thinking about that earlier because I was watching, a video. I was watching a video and damn, who was it? What is that girl name? Oh shit, she had on like this. She's damn, what is the fucking girl name? She a terror reader. I just broke out the sweat. I hate when I forget the names. But she had on like this red wig or something. In one of her videos today, and like a black jacket, and her back. She said her back around be all a solid color, and she had like one playing on the table or whatever, and she's like real fragile with the cards. Like she like that my ancestors was laughing at her with the cards. Like they like that though. They like she's so respectful with the cards. It was so funny. They had me cracking up. But yeah. And she's like, oh yeah, you know, as far as all the stuff, you know, and I'm like, damn, it just took me back to like how I could have just gave up, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. That ego, well, sometimes that ego is good. You just got to know how to work with that fucking ego. But that ego grabbed my ass like, nah, bitch, you ain't walking around looking like that. Oh no, bitch, get it up. My ego would not let me fall. My ego and the fear of God and the faith in God. Those three things. Well, I could say off the top of my head. I'm sure it was other things too because I was feeling different things at different times, and I felt so many things on so many levels, y'all. It's, you know, all I can do is just try to share souls to try to fix this, and this is the way. This is one way because it starts at home. So we got to start confronting these motherfuckers that's burning cats and shit. Like, you know what I mean? No, ain't no day bad as shit. No, bitch. Because in each family, we have a psychiatrist, we have a police officer, we have a military person, we have somebody that's good with math, and everybody got to get together and what you're good at, what's your best skills that will be beneficial and come together. All right, well, you know, let me move along because that's gonna come up. So I'm gonna just wait to say that. Okay, if you see someone in the family that mistreat his or her children, speak up. Dead ass. Like mistreating your children can be neglect. Okay, you know, uh, they sit there and they put their children last. My aunt like that. She get a man, fuck everybody. I'm like, damn. Like who does that? My mother. Nah, my mom did not fuck with no nigga unless she got our consent. And all three of us had to agree. So she knew she couldn't just bring no fucking knucklehead, you know, just like some disrespectful ass nigga around, you know. Cause the first one, we ain't really like him. That was right fresh after my father. Like, but she was happy and we just wanted to see the bitch happy. You feel me? Shit. Like, but it was nothing we can do about that. It looked like it was nothing that we can do. So I just, fuck it, you know. But after that, you know, she asked us. She definitely asked us. Let me see. As a family, come together with a plan to help, even if y'all have to take the children from a couple for a couple weeks, or for a couple hours, or for whatever, couple hours, couple days, every other day, however you got to do it. Maybe that parent can't. I understand they had these babies, and if they want to just go out and you know, want to have fucking just go to some bar and shit all the time, then fuck no. Hell no. Fuck her. Or him. But if they do it once in a while, it ain't nothing wrong with going out once in a while. Like, I do it once in a while. I'll go out to no bar every weekend. That ain't gonna happen. I used to. I do that shit every day. I'm in a bar every fucking day. Shit, I worked in a bar. You feel me? Every moment of the day. You feel me? But yeah. Or go shopping, just something that's gonna soothe this person's, mind. Even it, you know, or maybe they wanna clean up the house, or, anything. Just help out. Like, help out. Like, what's I mean, like, how it's I'm trying to learn how not to be so empathetic about people. Because I sit here and I watch y'all motherfucker, father fucking animal fuckers, baby fuckers, whatever kind of fuckers you are. And when I'm watching y'all, it's like, where is the unity? Where is the, you know, I just don't, everybody feel like, oh, well, I ain't getting nothing out of it. Like, but what you put out in the universe is what the fuck you want to get back. That's why I never need for nothing. Now, my wants, that's something different. Sometimes I got to, like, God, what the fuck? Like, and then I'm learning that certain things, I just, being a person that I am, it just won't fit me. Oh, um, like, God was like, you always been rich. You always had money. You never needed for nothing. And I never looked at that as being rich. Because you get some people that was rich and now they don't have no money. You feel me? So I had to look at it on that type of note. And I was watching a video and somebody was saying that too. It was one of these goddamn readers. Y'all damn readers. But anywho, shout outs to the readers. But yeah, I heard that. I'm gonna start writing that shit down, yo. I ain't gonna do nothing but lose it and write it in a book and close it. But I'm gonna try to be mindful because I hate when I forget. Because I love to give you guys credit. Like, if you said it and you inspired me or woke me up about something, enlightened me or whatever, I like to say that, you know. But help out. I know I'm not a parent. I don't. I don't see myself laying on my back having a baby. But maybe I could be a rent a mom. Adopt one. And I would think that I would need help. I swear to God, I know I would. Especially what you call them little ones, the toddlers. Call them toddlers. I don't know. I don't know when the toddlers stop. I think when they start walking. I don't know. I don't know shit about babies. I'm telling you right now. So you know, that's why I don't like being around babies unless they can talk. You know, because I need to know what the fuck is wrong when something go wrong. I ain't got time for Google Gaga shit. Oh, hell to the Lizzo. Nah, nah, nah. So yeah, but I was carrying my little cousin one day. I took him on a date. I think he was like, how old was he? Like, I don't even think he was 5 years old. And he wanted to go on the train. So I took him on the train and we riding on the train. And then we goes to McDonald's. This nigga falls asleep. Hold it. Ain't nobody tell me. I did not take no stroller, no nothing, y'all. I didn't know. In my sick mind, I'm thinking, oh yeah, while we out, he gonna be up. So I don't have to worry about that shit. When I say he fell asleep for me, y'all, mind you, I'm fresh out of jail. Okay. Fucking I'm fucking fat. I was like 157, yo. Yeah, y'all. That was the biggest I ever been in my whole entire fucking life so far. Cause it look like I'm headed that way again. But I'm just saying, at least I ain't in jail this time. But yeah, so when I say I wanted to cry, cause I couldn't take another step, and I didn't want to sit down nowhere, cause I ain't want to fuck up his sleep. Like, I'm like, what the fuck, y'all? I was like, and I thought it would be ignorant to wake him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ignorant as shit. My mom, shit, my mama wake us up real quick. When we used to be on the bus where the car wouldn't work or whatever, she had to get the car fixed or whatever happened or whatever. And we had to um, catch a bus or whatever. What? Yo, I said, oh no. And this was before I found out about Mandela. And I was like, oh no, I feel like every woman should get a car once she have a baby. Once she had that one baby, that's it. I mean, shit. You gotta carry all they shit, they bags, all of this stuff. And then when you gotta get on a bus, you gotta unfold this shit. You gotta do yo, I wanted to cry, yo. I said, oh my God, like this is no. And once you have two children, you automatically get a house. But who am I? Put me for president, right? So let me stop. I just want my own community one day. That's my dream and goal. I want to do it in Africa, so we'll see. I don't know. I wouldn't mind on here either, but whatever God says, I'm tired of saying what I'm gonna do and not do, and then I do the opposite. So that's one thing about God, boy. Don't tell God what you gonna do. You have free choice, but you can go ahead and do your free choice. Yeah, but it's you. At the end of the day, you still gonna do the fuck I said do. And that's how it goes. All right, let me see what else I got right here. I'm almost done. Oh yeah, I already said that. Tell on the ones that put their men for their children and they self. Like shit, my aunt, she didn't want to clean up or nothing. Like that shit was crazy. But her neglecting her children, they were allowed to go outside all the time. Versus us, we couldn't go out all the time. We stayed on fucking punishment. And my mom put us first. She put us first. That's one thing I can say about my mom, boy. Shout outs to you, lady. You feel me? Yes, I will give her respect on that. She did a lot of shit good. I will say that. But goddamn, that bitch is crazy. Cray cray. Yeah, cray cray. Sheesh. But yeah, so that was the difference. My aunt neglected her children and they got to go outside and they didn't really get beaten. Us, we got our ass stomped like we were strangers. We stayed on punishment, and my mother put us first and asked for our consent. See that right there? And all of us still turned out bad as fuck. Anyway, all right, wait a minute, hold up. So what else I got right here? I already said that one. Sorry, I'm looking at my little PowerPoint, you guys. Okay. 10 out of 9.5. He or she is also bullying on the children in the family or community. All right, so the ones that's killing these animals, They probably like beating up the children in the family, all of that shit. Like I'm telling you, yo, I was bad as shit. I was fucking them little kids up. They was my now. When I say this, I'm saying I was the same age as these children, but I was always smaller than everybody. You feel me? But I was the same age. If they was 5, I was 5 too. Or 6. Something like that. But I wasn't like no fucking grown ass fucking person. Let's get that clear. But yo, I don't know this this entity in me growing up used to have me fucking them up. Like, I just grew up hateful, and that could have been, being detached from my mother, not having that bond. I'm learning a lot, because why would I be so angry? Why would I be an angry child? My father loved the shit out of us, and my mother did when she was with him. She hated us when once that he got murdered. When they separated, she ain't really hate us that much. Well, yeah, she did. Because she like, shit, I gotta take these children. But no, bitch, you didn't have to. You just wanted to hurt him. We ain't give a fuck about being on her ass. I know I didn't. And my brother was going to go where I went. I don't know about the youngest one, his fat ass. But my brother, oh, he definitely would have came everywhere I went. So like I said, we were kidnapped. I ain't want to go with that bitch. And that's just real facts. Never. But yeah, the one that's setting these fires and shit like that, like that's a mental state. That's wanting to kill, the wanting to hurt somebody. And a lot of times these children haven't been through anything. It's just entities. Cause I was a happy little child. We didn't get our ass whipped when my parents were together before we were kidnapped by my mom. When she left him. Uh, We didn't get ass whippings. Oh hell no! Actually, if she tried that shit, he whooped that ass. So my father was a woman beater. You know, I don't. I never seen him hit another woman. It was just my mom because when he got mad at his mom, he just beat his father ass instead of whooping his mom's ass. So a man treats a woman how he treats his mother. So why he whipped on my mom ass, I don't know. But she is a vengeful, hateful bitch. So I can imagine. But still that don't give him the right to but she was hurting us. And bitch, you ain't gonna be hitting on my children. And I'm glad he did that. Shit. Bitch, that shit ain't okay. You know? Oh yeah. Check her. She hated that boy. But yeah, it's so much y'all, but we have to start exposing and um having family day, you know? Like maybe let me see what I got right here. Uh the child that's burning up stuff and all of that. Um, they probably end up being a woman beater or a man beater. I know I did. I became a man beater, and I'm not getting therapy for it. I'm working on it myself because I know I don't have no business hitting no man. So what I learned is just don't deal with no man that takes me out of my femininity. If you're, if no, if I have to come out of my femininity, then we don't need to be discussing anything, and we don't need to be chilling. We don't need to be doing a motherfucking thing because once I come out of that femininity, that goes straight to that red chakra, that survival mode. Fuck hungry. I don't give a fuck about eating like that. I barely eat. I have to make myself eat, and I get sick making myself eat. Like, come on, man. Anyway, moving along. What else I got right here? I got, all right, I already said that one. About the fires. Oh, tell on the thieves. Oh, this is a good one. God showed me this a couple years ago. Like I ain't even gonna give no number because I'll be sounding like a liar. But yo, I watched these thieves and I'm like, what the fuck? And I've been stolen from so much. It ain't people, man. People used to steal from me so much, like, and I'll be like, you know what? They steal that, and I don't fuck with them no more. All right, you got that, and that was not. That wasn't even nothing. That was nothing. You know, you taking little stupid shit. So and one thing about a thief, they'll start with little shit. Cause I never forget that day, and to this day I regret it. I let that girl. She was like, "Oh, I like your ring. Let me see your ring, and I'll give it back to you after class." And me and my dumb ass forgot all about it. Cause if I would have remembered, if she would act like she didn't want to give me my ring, I would have told the teacher. Okay, and I would have fucked the bitch up. I was bad as shit. But you know, um, I let her hold my fucking ring, and I never seen that ring again. You know, but you got thieves that they still when you got company. You know, there's different levels to these thieves. You know, um, you get most thieves that only steal, like I said, when you got company. You know what I'm saying? Like they won't take it because they gonna know that you. They're gonna know. No, they know you're gonna know that they stole it. But when you got company, 9 out of 10, it's probably that same nigga or bitch you was talking about. Right. I'm the thief, right? Not for real, for real. No, I'm gonna use. I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't gonna put put that energy over here. We gonna say the universe because the universe is all things. Okay, so the universe is stealing, right? So why do that don't sound right either? Ooh, got a pain in my back saying that. Okay, so we gonna make up a character. Okay, so we got the character Chaos. They said say Chaos. So we got the character Chaos. Chaos is the thief, right? So we got Chaos, and I am the person who's the victim, whose items are being stolen. So me and Chaos, we always chilling and everything. So I'm always talking and running my mouth to Chaos. And I'm telling Chaos how I'm like this person and that person and this person. So the person that I'm talking about, the Chaos, end up coming over. Now all of a sudden my shit took in. So somebody else come over, my shit took in. But it's never when Chaos and I are chilling. Then you had the thieves that steal when you drunk. Girl, you was drunk. I don't know. Because I remember being drunk one day. I ain't gonna lie, that bracelet cost a couple of dollars. Okay. And I knew who bracelet it belonged to, but the bitch ain't like me. She was stuck up. She was just I ain't like the hoe. And she ain't never give me no respect. I speak to people like, hey, hi, because I be bubbly and look at me like I'm crazy and shit like that. So bitch, I ain't giving you shit. So anyway, my first bid, I had went to court and they um, said gave me another court date. So I was happy as fuck. So I'm celebrating. I'm all drunk and shit, and my bracelet was stolen. The bracelet that actually I didn't steal a bracelet though. I found a bracelet outside, you know, and I heard her talking about it. So that's how I knew it was hers. I was like, fuck that bitch. And somebody must have told her, I don't know, I don't know, I don't. They must have seen me on the camera. I don't know, but she stopped working here. A lot of bitches didn't. Yo, they ain't know how to take my ass. They like, man, we ain't fucking. I ain't got time for this bitch. I used to be drawing, yo, for real. Oh man, shout outs to all y'all, man, for putting up with me out there. Oh man, I was a whole mess. Anyway, so yeah, they would tell help women tell. and help the family member who have. Okay, so all right, so now we on the education. So, all right, so yeah, you got them thieves like that. So I'm like, damn, like motherfuckers just steal shit now. All of a sudden, shit stolen. One shit stolen before. So you gotta pay attention to them. I call them opportunist thieves. The op thieves. Opportunity and shit. Fucking pathetic. But also, family members started like a class, like once a month. You know, you good with history? Teach history, but teach your family history, not his story. You know, don't teach his story. You know, remember everybody can't teach everybody. So if you see somebody in the family who can't really read, or you know, or whatever, then get somebody else to help them. You know, my mom used to fucking send me downstairs to do my own fucking homework. Well, bitch, but she was illiterate. You know, I didn't know until she started confessing it to when I was like 12. That's when I started hearing her talk about it, you know. And she was working on herself. You know, my father passed away, you know, got murdered. Like, yeah, so it wasn't like she could sit there and help me do my fucking homework. Like, so I had problems and, you know, I was embarrassed. So, you know, they would get frustrated sometimes, but in the end of the day, God was just telling me none of that shit matters. It's not that fucking important. This is not what I need you to know. I'm just saying. And I mean, I'm sure I can't be the only child that heard God saying this. I refuse to believe that. Okay, because I ain't fucking loony. I ain't gonna play that fucking game. Okay, have family meetings. You know, with some good food. You know, gathering. Sometimes, depending on the family, leave the alcohol or start drinking after the meeting. You know what I'm saying? You know, after you handle business, then do that. That's what I recommend. Not during. Well, I don't know, cause I can handle it. But yeah, but have family gatherings, family, you know, family. Even if you got to make up your own family, you know, you might not have immediate family, but these people are like family. That applies to you too. Then everything I just said, you know. Let's see what else I got here. I had to make sure I ain't missed nothing because the ancestors sure enough had me write this. I swear to God, y'all. Expose family members who don't like one another. That's right. If they don't like each other and they beefing, expose them for real because they can end up hurting the other family member trying to get them set up and shit like that. You feel me? I got cousins like that. I'd never forget that nigga. I swear to God, yo, this nigga was big like Debo, big ass fucking nigga, and out of nowhere he just smacks me. So I paused for a second. I thought about it, and then I started attacking that nigga. I'm lying. I just hit the nigga back. I smacked the shit out that nigga. You heard it over the fucking music, and I dared him to do something else because my glass was going in that bitch face after that. But I couldn't believe that my cousin sat there and watched that shit, and this is his fucking homie. Come to find out, it was his boyfriend. You feel me? And out of nowhere, this nigga, like, what the fuck is you attacking me for, nigga? I don't even know you. I guess because I wasn't paying him no mind. But bitch, I don't. My cousin, it was me and Debo, and then my cousin and his girlfriend, which is his wife now. Okay, just because they together and they the opposite sex don't mean because I'm the opposite sex and you and I, you know, that don't mean that I'm the fuck here with bitch. What? And then I wasn't even talking to nobody. I was just sitting there. So what made him do that? I don't know. And you know what? God said my cousin gave him the cue to do that shit. So I don't even feel safe around them niggas because this is the same cousin who I had to spar with growing up. And this is the same one in the previous video I talked about where he always went to the bathroom when I had to fight him because I would whoop his ass. So he held all that resentment since we was little because I always had to beat him the fuck up. I mean, I ain't want to, but I wanted to learn how to be a good fighter. And I felt like shit. If nigga, if you can't get with me, and I'm the littlest one, I was always the smallest one, whether I was older or not. I still was the smallest one. I was small as fuck, teeny, bony as shit. I always been bony as fuck. Anybody grew up with me will tell you that girl always. I'd have been called all the skinniest jokes ever. Okay, that part, So that was resentment there. And then, he got raped in jail. Well, that ain't my fault. What I supposed to do? Break into jail with men and go in there with you? No. And number three, I fucking told that bitch ass nigga to stop stealing the fucking cars, and he didn't want to fucking listen. So who motherfucking fault is that? And fourthly, I told that nigga don't take that shit that nigga put on his fucking bed when he told me the nigga put it on his bed when we was on the phone talking. That ain't my motherfucking problem. You feel me? Period. That's how I feel. And then I shot him with the BB gun by accident, but that was by accident. That really wasn't on purpose. So I ain't do but fuck this nigga up all my life growing up. So these motherfuckers, they out to get me. Okay, I if I was to ever be disabled or nothing, I will never want my family to take care of me. That's why I'm just trying to adopt, you know, and spoil this child so this child can take care of me. You know. And make sure I'm okay. And two, I become a burden and they can put me in a nice little, home and shit, Make sure the people treat me good. And then because I don't want to be a burden, but I do want to, enjoy my life. And I'm going to need a little help, but I don't trust my motherfucker. Oh, hell to the no. Hell no. Hell no. They can't wait to that day I get fucking fucked up where I can't defend myself. They waiting for that day. They are waiting. And I am publicly saying that right now. They are not to take care of my ass. No, 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 not one. Not one. I'd rather go up somewhere in a hospital, some fucking where, retirement home, fucking mental home shit, the buildings where the mental health people live in shit. Somewhere, but not with them motherfuckers, I tell you that. Anyway, moving along. But expose the motherfuckers that don't like each other. I'm telling you, because they're gonna be doing hateful things, putting them in hateful situations. My cousin fucking slipped me drugs, all kinds of shit. Thought I was gonna turn into a drug addict, but it didn't work. No, 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 no. Didn't work the way she thought it was. But my cousin, she got her though. Now she all turned down, looking all fucked up. And my cousin used to be the shit, you know, not the shit, but she was alright. You feel me? And look at her now, it's like, wow, like damn, the fuck. But yeah, yo, you gotta be careful about them kind. There's a lot of shade going on in these families. You'd be surprised, motherfuckers competing with each other and shit like that. No, you're supposed to compete as a unit, not as individuals. What the fuck is y'all doing? I never understood that. I'm all about family. I've always lived with my family. I didn't need their money. I always took care of myself. You feel me? I just love to be living with my family. I don't like living. I like living by myself, but then I don't like living by myself. You know, I'm not. I'm all for the family, but fuck that. Most of them can kick rocks, so you gotta know who don't like who because motherfuckers be setting shit up. I'm telling you, motherfuckers that have you fucking around. Uh, oh yeah, motherfucker got a homie. You don't even know his homie. Oh yeah, play my cousin, and had a motherfucker play you, breaking your heart vice versa, or having her breaking your heart just because they don't like you. And the friend won't do it because they like shit. I get to get some pussy or some dick. I get to get in the family because I need to know what's going on with this nigga anyway, or her motherfucking ass anyway. You feel me? Another agenda. Like it's just an ongoing fucking fuck show. Nobody got time for that shit. Uh, if you're around family members and it's always bullshit and something always going the fuck on, I'm telling you, that's that family member doing that shit, yo. That is that family, and that stood out a lot to me when I was listening to the universe tell me what to write, and it really stood out something vicious, yo. So take that in consideration. Trust me, that is not your family. It's not your family. It is the enemy. They don't like you, and they are the reason you keep going through shit while around them. Always around them, but nobody else. You ain't never got no beef, no problem. Everything goes smooth any other time. But every time you be around this motherfucker, it's always some shit. I was cool with a bitch for like 12, 13 years. Kind of find out the bitch ain't even like me. Like, bitch, you let me live in your house. Like, what the fuck? I was supposed to be your daughter's godmother, not legally, but verbally. You know, like, what the fuck, bitch? Didn't like me all the time. Like, I thought she was my best friend. And some people just they I can't explain why people are hateful. They have their own agenda, but I was nothing but I was a rider. I was a fucking rider. I think the first time I got locked up was because of her. You know what I mean? When I got busted in my fucking head and I had to stab the fucking bitch in her fucking where I stabbed her at? In her neck or somewhere. I stabbed the bitch somewhere. And yeah, she hit me with the broom and my intuition, my reflexes was like bam. Cause I was already strapped with a knife. I'm a cutter. I already strapped with a knife when I went around her house, but I didn't have the knife to go around there and stab her. I went around there just in case she tried to pull something out, but I was ready to whoop that ass. So she waited until I walked, so she ain't had no beef or she ain't gonna come outside or nothing. So I'm like, all right, I ain't one of them type. I ain't gonna kick your door or break your windows or nothing like that. I was like, all right, I'm gonna see you, hoe. And I'm walking down the street. And when I'm walking down the street, I turn around. She said something. Turn around. I turn around. That bitch bust me right in my head, and I stabbed her. It was like we did it at the same time because I already knew what it was popping for. If I turned around, I already knew, what it was gonna be. Anyway. So yeah. So that shit, I got locked up for that shit, yo. I ain't do no time because I don't know. I guess she didn't want to press charges or whatever. And at the end of the day, she started this shit. Don't write them checks. Can't cash 'em. And I went knocking on that bitch door. But you know, that was crazy though. That this bitch put me in that situation. She knew how I was going to react because she was tending to her children. You know, and bitch, you keep calling for what? Let her tend to her children, and then she gonna call you the fuck back. I don't give a fuck what your emergency is, you stupid bitch. Family first, ho. Just like you put your family first, but she can't do that. Like, get the fuck out of here. That shit bothered me, yo. That I pulled up on that hoe. But I'm not condoning violence, okay, over here. I'm not doing that. I'm just, like I said, I always do lively stories and metaphors, okay? So you have to be careful. You gotta know who don't like who in the fucking family. Cause the motherfuckers will set your ass right on up. You get robbed and shit. You wonder how the fuck I get robbed. You start questioning your best friend and it's your fucking cousin. Okay? Stealing your shit. Wait till you get drunk and shit, stealing your packs and shit. All kinds of shit. My little brother was fucking didn't even really like me like that. Motherfucker, you get people that don't have no remorse. You feel me? For people and things like that. And I took him in my home. This motherfucker, I was selling weed. This motherfucker was tapping my bag, selling my shit, breaking the concrete in between the door, fucking throwing shit out. Cause they had to throw the money up. So he'll wrap it around the joint, throw the money up, and then throw the weed down, which would make sense to do. I hope he ain't throw the fucking weed down and then throw the. But anyway, man, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Gotta expose them family members too. Find a way to work it out, or You just know how to maneuver around the motherfuckers, and you just know not to trust their ass. Once you see that one red flag, that's it. Family or not, fuck it. I'm telling you. It's certain family members I do not feel safe around. They put me in harm's way so many motherfucking times. But one of them did. I was gonna do a separate video about that, and I think I am. You know. But yeah, he ended up dead. I ain't had nothing to do with it. I was all the way in Florida. Matter of fact, no, I think I was in North Carolina. I was in Charlotte. But it was last year when he passed away. But it was through the COVID shit. But yeah, anywho, it is what it is. Uh, what else I got right here? Uh, went around others. Everything is peachy versus your peoples. Yeah, I already said that. So yeah, things already always going wacky. I already said that too. Have educational family night with games or once a month classes. I already said that. Yeah, but have game night. Talk about family stories. Teach and learn about reading, math, and family history. I already said that. And I'll make sure I got everything else. Family morals, traditions, stories, all of that. You know? Yeah, all of that. But that's my solution. If you got a better one, please holler at me and let me know. But let me tell you something, that thief that stole in the house and stole from the family, because that's where they're gonna start at sometimes. I know when my brother started stealing, he was stealing my mom money, like little change and shit, you know? Because my mom always told me, what she always said, that small shit can turn into big shit. So nip that. That's why, and people used to be like, "Oh, you petty, you immature." No, bitch. No, I'm nipping this shit right now. We're gonna address this small shit before it get big. Because if it get big, then that means I gotta get big. And when I get big, that means I gotta do big shit. And we don't want that, do we? The fuck out of here. So we gonna deal with this shit. Why is a motherfucking seed hole before this shit turn into a goddamn plant? Because some plants is hard to remove the root. So they just cut the motherfucking tree down because they don't want to take the time out to dig and deal with the root. So they just chop it down, have it a couple of inches, maybe 22 inches of the tree left, and that's it. Turned into a bark or whatever the fuck. I'm just saying, it's in the household. Start check making motherfuckers, exposing them asses. Period. Not trying to play them and humiliate them, but to help them. Cause they ain't gonna do nothing but make them hate your ass and want to set you up too when you get older. So I'm just saying you gotta watch. You know, I didn't think that, teasing my brothers and all of that was gonna be effective. And it really literally is. You have to respect your siblings at home, yo. Embarrassing them in front of your friends and all that shit. Get the fuck out of here. But when you go over your friend's house, they ain't even doing that to their sisters and brothers. Cause they learning what they supposed to be learning. Family values. Family first. So take this information, do what you will with it. I know I am. You can do what you want. I'm just trying to be of help. You feel me? So anyway, it's been like an hour. I did good. I did good. I didn't stay on here that long. I didn't stay on here that long. But yeah. I pray you all stay safe, you know. Um, get smarter, until we use the full capacity of our brains, we are all dumb. I mean, for what you say. And It is what it is. I said what I said. Yeah, I said it. Anyway, what is life without love and laughter? Even if you gotta hug yourself, your phone, your children, your dog, whatever, just feed that dopamine brain. Oxycode something in the brain. And feed that dopamine. Be happy. Feel me? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yes, yes, yes. Deuces.